I'm just here with Jamie. How you doing, bro? You all right? Good, good. Listen, massive opportunity for you this Saturday. I mean, when you got the call, how did you feel when you got the call?
It was like taken back, you know. We knew that the negotiations were ongoing, but it was like up and down. At one stage, the fight was completely off, and then when I got told this fight's done, it's done and dusted, I was just like, I'll wait to the press conference. Once we got into the press conference, myself, Carl and Paddy, the initial press conference, elation, absolute elation, relief. You know, everything you've worked for comes to this moment, and to be given this kind of opportunity to do it in front of your home fans just adds that we actually cherry on top.
I mean, this has obviously been a childhood dream for Yantip, and you know, just coming to fruition now. When you came face to face with your opponent today, did you see anything in his eyes? Because sometimes boxers can see that little bit of fear. Did you see anything? Any concerns?
No real concerns. No, I never really looked for it. I know that he's like any other man. He's got a head, he's got two arms and two legs. You know, he's skillful, he's technically gifted, but he's a man. And I know I can break any man's heart. And if we look deep inside, I know I can break his heart.
Talk about art. You're always in tough fights. Yeah, you got a really good art, and boxing's all about character. When it gets into deep water, do you think he can trade with you? Do you think he can go deep with you? Are you looking to drag him into deep waters?
Well, that's we have yet to be seen. We've yet to see that yet of him. You know, he's looked sensational. He's looked flawless. But he's never been tested the way I'll be testing him. You know, that's what I said earlier. I'm comfortable being uncomfortable, and I don't know if he is as comfortable as being uncomfortable as I am, because when I drag him down into them deep pits, we'll find out if it's either fight or flight back in the end. So I have been in tough fights, but I've yet to show my boxing ability, and I'll be able to show it, I think, on Saturday night as well.
Do you know when boxers can relate to this? You know, when obviously it gets really tough in this championship rounds and you're a home fighter, does the crowd give you that extra 10%?
100%. They when they're behind you and they're pushing you on, there's like it feels like it's like you can't let them down. You know, you're fighting. You're fighting for them, but you're also fighting with them. They're with you in there. They're giving you that wee drive on. When you're tired, your emotions are running over the place. But when you have that kind of atmosphere behind you and that kind of, you know, you're fighting for these people. You know, they've paid their hard-earned money, their wages to come and see you, and they're standing up on their chairs screaming at the top of their lungs. They kind of push you on and drive you on. Listen, there's very, very few things that can break a man like that.
Mentally, from a fighter standpoint, what goes through your mind at that point? You know, when it gets really deep, what goes through your mind to urge you? You know, you got the crowd there. Sometimes people got tunnel vision; they can't see the crowd.
Yeah.
Do you go back from your childhood? Do you obviously think about your family? What drives you?
There's just a kind of never give up kind of thing inside it. I've been in them situations, and you dig down the place deep inside you where you either got it or you don't. Some people, as I said, are fight or flight. You know, some people are flight, and it's just you don't see it on the surface. You see it deep down, but it shows your inner character. You know, there's something that's ingrained in you from childhood area, and it's built in you. It can't be placed in you. It's built in you.
Because you know, a lot of people can go through the ropes and fight, but again, it's character. It takes a different type of human being to be a fighter.
Yeah.
Saying that, I mean, after this fight, if you're successful, have you got anybody else on your radar? Have you ever thought past that point?
The only thing I'm thinking about is Saturday night, this moment, and probably the latest I think is Sunday morning having a pizza. Something like that. Right. That's it. Yeah. That's it. Everything else will take its own path. Right. I know that Saturday night is in my lane. Yeah. It's in my it's in my tunnel path. It's in my vision right now. Once I succeed Saturday night, conquer Saturday night and become world champion, then Sunday morning pizza. And wait for my baby to be born in February.
Some Guinness.
Yeah, well, some Guinness is that's inevitable, but you know, that's like saying Monday's coming. Yeah, Guinness is coming as well.
You can't go Nando's.
Yeah, you can't go Nando's. Yeah, true.
But I was just speaking to your opponent before, and obviously Manny Pacquiao is his promoter, and he's coming across with like a lot of air of confidence. He didn't disrespect you; he does respect you. But he's saying obviously he's looking past you.
Yeah.
As a fighter, And from, I mean, as him as a fighter, could you just explain what he does well and what he doesn't do so well, without giving too much away?
He uses his technique, his southpaw advantages to the utmost that he can do. Technically, he's very sound. He's got a great southpaw jab, and he covers up really well. Got great footwork, and he can punch with either hand. He is, for most people, he is the prototypical that you don't want to be fighting. You know, but he's became world champion now, so it means you have to fight him. He is like a mini Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah,
very much so. They think he's the heir to Manny in the Philippines, and with Manny Pacquiao behind him, he probably believes he's the heir to Manny as well. So he's yet to be proven that he isn't. So it's up to me, a stupid Irishman, to do that.
Yeah, to bring him back down to reality, sort of thing, right? And finally, how does it feel for you to fight on the undercard, the Carl Frampton, and his comeback fight after that close decision to Leo Santa Cruz?
It's a privilege, you know. It's an absolute privilege to fight on this kind of card. This is probably one of the biggest cards Belfast has ever seen, if not the biggest. You know, we have 2 world title fights, and then you have Carl Frampton, who is the fighter of the year, recognised by the world. It's so big that you have Sal Canelo Alvarez flying the whole way over from Mexico on a private jet to come to Belfast to watch it.
I've just been speaking to his brother,
So when you kind of take a step back and actually assess the whole Saturday night as a whole, you know, this is a night where dreams can come true.
And to top that, if you were the MCC and they knew, how would you feel? How would that make you feel?
The words couldn't describe it. Words can't describe it. It's something you've worked for since you've kind of started growing up watching boxing. You know, you only watch the World Championship fights and stuff like that there, and that's who you always want to be. You know, the Morales is the Barrera, Nassim Muhammad, and stuff like that. You go, when you hear that moment that they're break through to the kind of the elite of the sport, it is what dreams are made of.
Listen, I wish you all the best for Saturday night. Okay, it's been a pleasure. Take care now. Bye.